Hello, it's Helen from Journal with Purpose and welcome to episode 3 in my planning series. In this video I'll be sharing with you how I set up my weekly layout and also talking you through why I use those different boxes. I started off by using a Tombow calligraphy pen to write out the month at the top of my page. And I'm now using some washi tape from London Gifties. The next thing I'm doing is drawing out 2 boxes at the top of my page, and the one on the left will be my priorities for the week, and the one on the right will be for either a motivational quote or a doodle or photo. I find it really useful having a priorities box on my page. I look through the goals that I'd set myself for the month and I try and make sure that I list at least a few of those for every week. So I'll look through the schedule that I've got coming up and anything I've already committed to doing, and then when I've decided on the few tasks which seem the most appropriate, I'll put them there. And because I always have these pages open because it has all of my daily plans in, I find it much easier to stay focused on those priorities than if I had to keep flipping back to the goals on my monthly setup. I'm now using the pink zebra mildliner just to add some colour to my page, and I usually try and tie in one colour theme for each week. I'm sure it goes without saying that you don't need to decorate your pages or add any colour at all. I love doing it, and it's one of the real perks for me in using this system is that I can make the pages look how I want them to look, and that encourages me to keep coming back and using it. I'm now cutting one of my pages in half and I'm creating a vertical Dutch door. One of the reasons I really like to do this is I find it extremely helpful to be able to have all of my days for the week in one spread, and this gives me much more room than if I was just using the 2 pages alone. And I add washi tape to the edge of that page because it can feel a bit flimsy or get accidentally crumpled up, and putting that washi on the edge just makes it a bit firmer and more robust. You may have seen my video a little while ago when I was using a horizontal Dutch door. One of the things I wasn't so keen on with that was the fact that I had to tear the paper out at the spine, and I was a bit worried whether over time those pages could become loose. So this gives me exactly the same amount of space and has the same benefits, but I know that I don't have to worry about that problem. I really like being able to have the space for all of the days of the week laid out in advance. And one of the advantages for me is if I have tasks come in on a certain day, either work tasks or something I need to do around the home that I'm not going to get done that day, I can just add them straight into one of the spaces for a day later on in the week. That way I know it's not forgotten and I'm not going to put it somewhere else and forget about it. It's just already there and easy for me to plan out. The other 3 boxes I've created is for a mini tracker for the week, a next week box, and also a review of the week. I really like having a mini tracker because again I set up a monthly tracker, but it can be easy to forget what's on there and going back and filling it out. And this I can fill out during the day as I do those things that I really want to focus on. So I just tend to put my most important things on this tracker, and it really helps to keep my mind on them. I like using that next week box. Again, anything that comes up that I know I'm not going to have a chance to get to, but I want to make sure I don't forget, goes into there, and it makes setting up the plans for next week really easy because I already have a starting point for the things I need to get done. And in my review of the week, on a Sunday I like to spend a few moments just thinking about how that week's gone, what I can learn from it, what went well, and anything I want to change for the next week. I'm now going to quickly show you my plans from the current week and the week before so that you can get a feel for how this layout looks when it's finished. And I also post the finished pages on Instagram under the name Journal with Purpose if you'd find it helpful to see the sorts of things I include in my review for the week. I've been asked a few times to share how I make that pattern on my habit tracker. I think the first time I saw this done was by Cara at Boho Berry, and it's just 3 lines running diagonally across the box, and then in the box above, below or next to it you do those 3 lines in the opposite direction. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, it'd be great if you give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you consider subscribing. If you've got any questions or comments, please do leave them down below and I'll definitely get back to you. And thank you ever so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.